33, 32. Okay, go. 1.
Well, I was just thinking back because I don't think when Joe was using his essential methods, I don't think he was using it.
Cool. That's it.
That's what I'm trying to keep. In last week's Tech Pick of the Week, we ran into a positioning issue in which we had to get one of our cameramen into a pretty tricky place to be able to get a shot on the side of our structure. In order to accomplish this, we built ourselves a dynamic directional. Let's take a look at how we did that. So the first part we're going to take a look at here is our anchor end of our system. So we've just tied a simple tensionless hitch. We've got around 4 wraps. We've carabinered back onto our 1/2 inch super static rope. So from our anchor, our rope progresses out here through a change of direction and then out into the rest of our directional. And then the other component that we've rigged up here is actually our reeving system so that we can control our filmographer, Tori, as we lower him down. So what we've got here is we've got a Petzl Rig, we've got some 7/16 rope going out to the pulley that is on our directional track line here. And this thing, if you're wondering about this is simply to keep our rig up off the floor so that it is able to be operated. Otherwise our handle could hit these floorboards here. Let's go down and take a look now at Tori's rig. Okay, so Tori is rigged into this setup in a pretty straightforward manner. He's got his Type 3 harness on. You can see really clearly up here our carriage system, for lack of a better term. We've got a Exotica high-strength pulley. We've got our high-strength steel connector. You can see our reeve line connecting in, and then we've got a work line that Tori is set up on. Again, 7/16 rope. We've got a stopper knot on the bottom so he can't accidentally descend off this thing, because he might. And what we've got is steel carabiner then connecting his work line, figure 8 knot, and it's going down to a Petzl I'd, which facilitates him being able to go down and then easily be able to change over into a raised system if he needs to. And it also constitutes one solid point of contact, thereby making it so he doesn't have to have 2 rope clamps on this thing. All right, from there he has a Petzl Grillon to be able to facilitate moving in and out around the structure for the shot. And that's really it. That is how Tori is connected in. He does have a handle descender and his Croll device in case he needs to be able to facilitate raising himself back up the line. And we are going to now follow this progression down, and we're going to look finally at the tensioning end of this system. Okay, so now we've come to the tensioning end of our system. Our rope has progressed all the way down to our opposing anchor, and at this anchor, we've got the CMC MPD. Now there's a lot of ways to do the tensioning end of this thing, but we chose the MPD because it facilitated a tensioning system very easy. It is essentially a high efficiency pulley with a progress capture built in, facilitates raising, lowering, or progress capture and tensioning very, very well. So what we did is we came down, we went straight into our MPD, and we then tensioned this system using a 3-to-1 mechanical advantage. All right, we tied a knot in our rope just to make sure that our cam could not be overcome and our rope gone back through this. And as a bit of redundancy, we took a Prusik, we completely backed the whole thing up with this 8mm bound loop Prusik, and we have carabinered it back into, again, our high strength hardware connection point. That is how we facilitated last week's shot. So that's it. That is how we achieved some of the shots from last week's Tech Pick of the Week. Now, by no means are we saying that this is the only way to go about this, but this was a pretty quick and efficient way to get this done. Again, assuming a single person load, no 2-person loading on this thing, and as you can see, it worked pretty efficiently. Cheers.